I am so done with 2023. This year has kicked my ass. I'm ready to release in order to receive in 2024. And if you are feeling me, like if you're like, oh, this was hard, I got to just cleanse 2023 out of me, this video is for you because I'm going to share with you a simple yet powerful and potent ritual to do on this full moon in Cancer. This full moon that's going down today at, I think it's like 7:30 Eastern time, is extra potent. It's the last full moon of this calendar year, 2023, and it happens to be the full moon that represents the themes of all of 2023. Zodiacally speaking, we've been in a Cancerian cycle, connection to the chariot. Because of the numerology, we have elements of the tower as well. And of course, if we have the chariot, we have Cancerian energy. We also have the high priestess and the moon card. No wonder why it's been so intense. So this has been the theme of the year, coming home to ourselves, movement, being able to really honor and so much coming to the surface in our bodies and really tending to our bodies as the vehicles that house our souls. There's another really big theme of that Cancerian energy, the shell. So there's been a lot of uplifting, like structures and things that once we thought to be true crumbled. And there was a lot of rebuilding in this year. And that will continue into 2024. So the high priestess really came in for us in 2023, like really bringing forth energies, hidden secrets, things that we've been avoiding. And it's like, no, my love, you got to deal with it. You got to come to surface. So many truths came out this year as well. So this was like intense. Look at these heavy hitters, right? And yeah, it's beautiful, right? When we go through our stuff, we grow and all that kind of stuff, but it still doesn't feel good. It still doesn't feel good. So this full moon that is going down is like to close out the books. It's really like getting us, allowing us to have like this jump start on clearing out to be able to open to the energies of 2024, which is a strength year. So we have the strength in the sun in 2024. Hallelujah. Praise the goddesses. May strength come in ways that are ease, that have ease. I don't necessarily say easy, right? But that are like have ease and peace and like more gentle to us than this year. So the other thing about this lunation, let me tell you something. You're going to feel so much surfacing and releasing that came up for you in 2022 for that new moon in Cancer. So we're closing that cycle from 2022, the new moon in Cancer, as well as 2023. Whoa, I'm telling you, but I'm ready for it. I don't know. Like I said, if you're watching this video still, you're ready for it. You're ready for it. Now let's get into the ritual, okay? It's simple. It's really simple. Now I love rituals that are elaborate and all these different things, no doubt. Sometimes we forget that we just need very simple things, right? We need simple things. And at this point in time, it's nice to be able to have some simplicity to close out this calendar year. So you're going to need a piece of paper. I should have got the paper out, but I didn't. Piece of paper and a pencil. I love writing my intentions, my releasing, any sort of things. For rituals, I love to do them in pencil. Now, if you're like, hey, I don't like pencil, I want to use my blue pen, well, then go ahead, use your blue pen. I really believe there's something about pencil. You get your paper, you have your pencil, and if you got to have your blue pen, you got to have your blue pen. But you can find a pencil. You go to the dollar store, get a pencil, okay? You need a pencil, you need a clear glass, and some paper. Before I tell you what you're going to do with the clear glass, I want you to take some moments. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time, okay? Because I want you to focus. What you're going to do is you're going to take some moments to yourself, whether it be in your car, away from your kids, in the closet, away from everybody else in your house, or if you live alone, you can just take some time. I want you to really tap into your body and feel into your body. Reflect on this year. Now, don't go back and reflect on like what you should have done and all this kind of stuff, but I'm talking about reflecting in a way of like, what has been some of the hardest feelings that I've felt in this year? So we're not reliving the incidences or the experiences, but like, what are some feels that I've had this year that I'm really tired and I want to release? I'm going to give you some examples. For me, some of the things that I want to release in this lunation is a fear of being seen, fear of like not knowing things, right? And so this was a big year of not knowing, of like really not knowing next steps, having to do with housing and a lot of that stuff. And I want to be able to release any sorts of fears of scarcity, any sorts of fears of not being worthy of being seen, and the fears of not knowing the answer. And I have another big fear that I want to release from this year is FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay, so I am going to take that and just say, I release. On my piece of paper, this is an envelope. You can do an envelope too if you don't have a piece of paper. I'm going to say, I release, and I'm just going to write it down. I release, right? Boom. And I say, I release, and then I list the feels, right? I release the feels. I release fear. I release insecurity. I release scarcity mindset. I release this pain. I release my suffering. I release. And just write it down. Name it, right? You don't have to have it like a full elaborate sentences. Like I release. I release. I release. Also, there may be feels that you have from 2023 that maybe your mind isn't identifying them, right? And you can say, I release, you can write, I release anything that I do not need to carry with me into 2024. I release, and I trust you, Spirit, that you're releasing everything that needs to be released. So write those things out, okay? Are you with me so far? You're writing it out. And then you take the piece of paper, right? You take it out, you take that piece of paper, you're holding this, right? And just like hold that, what you wrote, feel it in your heart, put your intention, and really imagine all of that just releasing from your body, just releasing from your body. You take your cup and you fill it with water. You fill your cup with water, a clear cup. You need a clear cup, okay? You fill it with water. You hold the cup, right? And you say a prayer. You say a prayer to whoever you pray for, pray to, however you pray, you say a prayer. And just imagine that this cup of water is protected, surrounded by sparkly light. Like this is all protection. And as you're doing your prayer, you're also asking for protection, for guidance. The spirit, guides, angels of the highest source, most evolved form, be present as you perform this ritual. And if you haven't done so, one thing I forgot, if you haven't done so, burn some incense in starting this ritual, right? Burning some incense, sage, lavender, whatever you have, right? I forgot that piece, but you probably already figured that out. But if you didn't, if you missed it, that's okay. It was just a cleansing. And then you take this paper, you hold the glass, set it down, you take the paper and you fold it up, right? Fold it up. And you take the paper, and as you're putting it in the water, I release all that needs to be released from my spirit, from my body, from my energetic field. I release, and I ask you, Grandmother Moon, to please cleanse all that needs to be cleansed from this year. And you can speak into it while you're doing your prayer. You can hold it up. Whatever feels right. I like to speak a lot into my jars. Not everybody does. And so you put that piece of paper in there, and then you set this out overnight in a safe place. If it doesn't feel safe, if you have nowhere to put it outside under the moonlight, put it on your windowsill where the moon comes in, where you feel moonlight, can see moonlight comes in. And if you're like, hey, I don't have the moonlight, doesn't come in, put it on a windowsill. Right? It's the intention of saying, Grandmother Moon, I open to this cleanse. I open to receive cleansing energy. Receive and release. I receive the healing. I receive the cleansing. What is no longer mine to carry over, I ask that you release it and cleanse it for me. You leave that out for 3 days. And on the third day, you're going to find a space. I know you can do this. If you're living in a tight quarter, you don't have a yard. If you have a yard, this is what you're going to do, and you figure out where you're going to put it, okay? You're going to go outside, and you're going to dig a hole Okay? You're going to grab yourself some tobacco. And as you're digging the hole on the third day, you offer a prayer up to Spirit and gratitude for the release, for the cleanse. You lay your tobacco down, and then you pour the water with the paper into the earth. Another pinch of tobacco, an offer of gratitude and protection. Protect this spell, protect the ritual, protect your words, and you cover it back up with the earth. So you're going to dig up a place in the earth. You're going to release it there and going to put your tobacco down and then cover it back up. Powerful, 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 powerful. Simple yet very potent and powerful ritual that you can do. Now, if you see this video and it's the 27th or 28th, still do that. Still do that, because this is the last full moon of 2023 and it's the theme year for 2023. You're still open to the energies, even if the lunation already passed. Do that in order to cleanse out, to be able to have a clean slate for 2024. I hope, my love, that this was of value to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm about to, I got another video I'm going to make, and then I'm going to sit this morning and do this ritual myself. So peace, love, everything in between. I'm so honored to have you here and loved connecting with you. And cheers to healing, to cleansing. Whew, I got a lot I need to release this year. All right, I just say this. Things can only get better. Things can only get better. Things can only get better. Peace.